A lot of you have been asking what GameFi games I've been playing recently, so today I decided to make a video about one of them. The game is called BombCrypto. Unfortunately, I discovered it quite late and didn't start playing until recently, which is when their token has continued to decrease in price. I don't usually make videos dedicated to a particular project, but with this one, I believe it will be really educational for you. I'm going to give you a full analysis of this game, its story, economics, how well I performed so far, future projections, how to play, as well as some useful tips and tricks, which will help you to maximize your profits. So I started playing on January 5th. I spent around $380, so it's been 4 days and I earned around $40. So more than 10% in 4 days. Yeah, I know, but keep in mind that high risks and high APR are common in GameFi projects. People can double their money in 2 or 3 months, but they can also lose it really quickly and never get it back. And before we dive in, I would like to remind you that this video isn't sponsored. I am not a financial advisor and everything I'm sharing on this channel is for educational purposes only. Before doing anything, do your own research. BombCrypto is a decentralized game based on Binance Smart Chain. The idea is based on the 19th D&D game called Bomberman, in which you have heroes on the map who are leaving bombs and getting rewards. On the official website, you can find their description. Official token of the game is called BomberCoin or B-Coin, and you can check the full data of the smart contract. Total supply is 100 million. They already have more than 500,000 token holders and around 15 million transactions, which is impressive for a DeFi game. To play it, you can use Chrome or Firefox with MetaMask connected to BSC chain on it. You also need some BNB, which you can use to buy their Bitcoin or exchange BNB to Bitcoins. You can do this on PancakeSwap. There you can exchange, then start playing. Remember that every time you exchange or transfer tokens on PancakeSwap, you pay transaction fee and gas fee. Gas fee on Binance isn't high, around 30 cents. Go to the official website, press play now button and you will be redirected to the game. Here you would need to connect your MetaMask wallet by pressing connect wallet. After you approve connection, you will be redirected to the main page of the game. Here you would see the amount of Bitcoin token you have, the quantity of which is fetched from your MetaMask. By pressing on the chest button, you would see the module of your profits, which you can later withdraw. There is also a hero rescue, in case you found a chest which can give you a free hero NFT. Remember that you must have at least 40 Bitcoin to proceed with withdrawal. You must have at least 1 Bitcoin in your wallet. Every time you withdraw, a 3% fee will be deducted. Here in the middle, you would see all game modes that are currently available. When you press on shop button, you would be able to buy a hero NFT, which would be randomly generated. There are 6 types of heroes which you can currently have in this game. They are common, rare, super rare, epic, legend, and super legend. Each of them has different chance to be generated. Sometimes you are lucky, sometimes you are not. Common hero has an 83% chance. Rare has 10% chance. Super rare has 5% chance. Epic 1%, legend 0.5% chance, and super legend 0.04% chance. Each of the heroes has different stats and abilities. The rarer the hero, the more powerful he is and the more crypto he can earn per day. You can generate 1, 5 or 10 heroes at once. The cost per 1 hero is 10 Bitcoins, which is current equivalent of around $25 per hero. You can also buy a house which will help you to regenerate stamina of your heroes. But houses are very expensive now. When you press on the chest button at the bottom, you will be redirected to the place where you can see your heroes. You can have as many heroes per account as you want, However, you would be able to only use up to 15 heroes on the treasure hunt mode. When your hero is activated, it means your hero is among those 15 heroes on the map which can be played. And when it is deactivated, it means you didn't choose him to attend the game mode. As you can see, each hero has different characteristics, which are power, speed, stamina, bomb num, and bomb range. Power is an actual power of your hero's bomb. Speed is the walking speed of your hero. Stamina is the amount of stamina which your hero has. The higher the stamina, the more your hero can run on the map and bomb chests. Bomb number is a number of bombs which your hero can place per certain time on the map. And bomb range is the range which your bombs can have when they explode. So as you can see, common heroes do not have a lot of numbers in their characteristics. I have 2 rare heroes which characteristics are better and 1 super rare which has quite good characteristics. Also, as I said, there are different abilities for each hero. For example, my super rare hero has 3 abilities, which are 20% chance of not losing mana when placing bombs, plus 0.5 energy per minute while resting, and move through block. There are different abilities which are randomly distributed and which really help you sometimes to earn quicker. Also, you can see that each of your heroes has a level, which can be upgraded by pressing on upgrade button. To upgrade a hero, you need to sacrifice your another hero and spend some additional B coins. For example, I got rid from one very useless slow hero and spent 2 B coins to upgrade my super rare hero frog. So now my frog is level 2, and if I would like to upgrade her to level 3, I would need to sacrifice another hero and spend 4 B coins this time. When you upgrade a hero, you will increase your hero's characteristics. Back on the homepage, by pressing on hero button, you would see all activated heroes with their current stamina status. They are currently resting and recovering their stamina. If you would like to let your bomber to go to work, you can press work button and go to the treasure hunt. Let's actually activate some heroes who have recovered to a degree and let them work. So now, as you can see, those heroes are walking on the map and putting bombs, which are exploding. Every time they explode near the chest loses its durability and eventually will open. Each chest can give you a different amount of B coin. Bronze one gives you 0.01 of B coin. Purple one gives you 0.03 of B coin. Golden 0.16 of B coin. And blue gives you a 0.32 B coin. And the more a chest can give you, the more durable it is, which means your heroes would need to put more bombs to open it. Also, as you can see, all of your heroes have different walking speeds on the map. For me, I think the walking speed is the most essential part of the game. Every time your hero walks or places bombs, it loses energy. When the energy amount gets to 0, your hero automatically will go to rest and will start to recover his energy. There are 3 types of profits that you can have in this game. The first type is the amount of B coin which you earn per opening chests. The second is the price volatility of the B coin itself. For example, if you spend $100 for B coin and the price of B coin rises by 100%, you will get $200 by selling B coin. And the third type of earnings would be a peer-to-peer marketplace where you would be able to sell your heroes or buy from others. So let's actually talk about results. I started playing on January 5th. I spent around $380 to get 163 B coins and I got 16 NFT heroes, 13 of whom were common, 2 rare and 1 super rare. The price of B coin was at around $2.31. For the sake of this video, I spent a lot of time playing this game and monitoring my heroes for those 4 days. And currently I accumulated around 20 of B coin, which is the equivalent of around $40 to $45 for 4 days, meaning that I have more than 10% ROI per 4 days. There were people who said in the beginning that to get ROI takes around 30 days or even shorter, which is crazy. It is common for current GameFi market, even though 100% per month is a huge number. However, the catch here is not only the profit but also the price of B coins. I saw people who spent $500 for 10 heroes back when the price of Bitcoin was high. And now, as you can see, the price of Bitcoin now has been steadily decreasing. What this means for those people: first, due to higher prices, they were able to get less heroes. With less heroes, they had a lower chance of getting rarer and better heroes. Second, since a price of Bitcoin dropped, they would need to wait longer before they can get ROI. Another important thing to keep in mind is that the first day I started playing, I could only play for 2 hours because they had a huge update, which took almost 5 hours. I couldn't log into the game during that time. In fact, for the last 3 days I've been playing, they had at least 2 updates and decreased some reward rates, which sucks for new players. Let's talk about some useful tips and tricks which I learned by playing this game. They will help you earn more from this game. Speed is essential in this game. A slow hero will walk on the map most of the time and do nothing, because before he gets to the chest, there would be another faster hero who will get there first. When you get your heroes, you will probably get 1 or 2 with a speed of 1. You can get rid of this hero by upgrading your rarest and better hero. And you always need to upgrade only the rarest hero since they have better characteristics and greater abilities. Bitcoin price is essential before you start playing this game. You should always monitor it and the project itself, because it will give you better chances in increasing your ROI. I saw some people who spent $150 sometime before, and the price of Bitcoin rose really quick to $5, and their ROI was done in 15 days. However, some people increased their ROI span when they bought Bitcoin at its high and then the price dropped to $2. You can have multiple accounts where you can build different teams of your heroes, since you can only have up to 15 heroes to play on the map. This way you will increase your profits. Monitor news is another important aspect which you will need to do. The team behind the project and the project itself might change. Changes, news, announcements, and even updates can decrease your profits. Another good suggestion would be to use 2 of the BombCrypto third-party simulators where you can get additional helpful info. Simulate the chest openings and check how much Bitcoin your team of heroes can earn per day, etc. Let's talk about some important things which everyone needs to know before playing this game. When you spend 10 Bitcoin to generate your hero, there would be an element of luck in it. You cannot guarantee that you will get a good rarity hero. Different heroes are totally different and their earning speeds are different, so you always need to count it in. Every time you exchange your Bitcoin or mint NFT, you will spend some BNB on gas fees. Also, there would be a 3% deduction fee from your Bitcoin withdrawal. Before you start playing this game, check their website, their social media, especially Discord. They have a lot of announcements which every player needs to know about. Check the contract code and the percentage of holders' growth. Monitor the game fully. Check whether you still have some Bitcoin and BNB. The amount of Bitcoin should always be more than 1 in your wallet to proceed with NFT minting and withdrawal. And you should always have some BNB in your wallet to proceed with transactions on chain. Always check the signing notification on MetaMask before using any of the GameFi projects. Before you buy any of the tokens, you always should double check the website, whether it is an official website. There are a lot of fake websites that steal customers' information and money. Also double check the token address you are buying. This game is actually partly decentralized. The game runs on their backend. Only the tokenomics is based on blockchain, which makes this game very risky. And there are many things that are not really transparent. As I heard, there were people who were used automated clicker bots and their accounts were banned. The game prohibits the usage of bots. I don't know whether it is a fair rule for players. By the way, never use black boxed bots for any of the games, cause they can have a backdoor to steal your money. Bugs. I can still find some major bugs in this game. One time I spent Bitcoin to generate my hero and I lost the connection to the game. After the restart, I found out that the Bitcoin was spent but the hero didn't appear in my account. After I generated my second hero, my previous hero was issued to me. Somehow my transaction went to the waiting list, which is really frustrating. The team of this project is familiar with this issue, and they have special support contacts for it. Another issue I had is that after I put some of my heroes into the rest mode, after 6 hours I found out that they actually didn't start to rest. So I had to restart the game and browser to resolve the issue. And another issue is that sometimes I find my heroes are just stuck in one place and do not move. It usually happens when I'm not monitoring the screen for more than 5 minutes. Constant maintenance and updates drive me crazy. Some updates influence profits. The usual updates make you lose time which you could have spent playing and earning. However, on the other hand, these updates do improve the game, so the waiting is understandable. I'm not just talking about these problems to make you not play. I just want you to be aware of these issues and use your own judgment to decide whether or not you want to play. For me, the game itself and constant maintenance sound a bit sus. However, it seems that the game has been rising in popularity, especially since October. Currently, their social media Discord group are very active. They have constant announcements in case there is an issue or an update. Overall, it makes people feel that the team really cares about the community, which is good. In conclusion, I would say everything with any GameFi has lots of risks. All economics and profits of the games are based on user growth. To sustain the profits of old players, new players need to get into the game. Believe me, to sustain one GameFi economy, you really need to work hard. There is a problem with GameFi industry nowadays, which is the supply of projects and hype. GameFi market is booming, especially with all hype around Meta. More and more games appear. They have more sophisticated features, economy, etc. In the past, people poured money in a couple of projects. Now there are many more to choose from. In other news, I am opening a Discord channel, which will be linked in the description. There I will be sharing all good opportunities, some of which I have been personally putting money in. If you are interested, click on the link in the description and join us. This was our episode for today. This is your BunnyMoney channel. I'm Vlad. See you in the next episode.